At least 9 Iraqi federal police officers have been killed in a bomb blast near Iraq's north-central city of Kirkuk, security sources told Reuters news agency. The sources said that those killed on Sunday were traveling in a convoy when the bomb struck. The blast took place near the village of Safra, which lies about 30 kilometers southwest of Kirkuk. 2 other officers were critically injured. A federal police officer told the AFP news agency that a direct attack with small arms followed the explosion. No one has claimed responsibility for the attack, but ISIL or ISIS militants are active in the area, and Iraqi police officers said that ISIL was involved in the attack using roadside bombs to target the police force patrolling the area. North Korea has fired 2 medium-range ballistic missiles towards the sea off the east coast of the Korean peninsula, according to South Korean and Japanese officials. South Korea's Joint Chief of Staff said that the launches, fired about 50 minutes apart, took place from North Korea's Tongchang-ri area on Sunday morning, but gave no further details. The Japanese Defense Ministry said that the missiles flew to an altitude of 550 kilometers and covered a range of 250 kilometers. Japan's Vice Defense Minister Toshiro Ino said that the missiles appeared to have landed outside the country's exclusive economic zone, and there had been no reports of damage so far. The latest launches come 3 days after Pyongyang said that it tested a high-thrust solid-fuel motor engine, which experts said would allow quicker and more mobile launches of its ballistic missile arsenals. Peru's embattled president Dina Boluarte has exhorted the country's Congress to bring forward general elections as nationwide anti-government protests continue following the removal of President Pedro Castillo last week. In a national address on Saturday, Boluarte slammed Congress, which on Friday failed to muster enough votes to approve a proposal for a constitutional amendment that would have pushed up elections originally scheduled for 2026 to December 2023. Demonstrators are demanding early polls and the release of former leader Castillo, who was impeached and detained on charges of rebellion and conspiracy last week, sparking the unrest. Boluarte, however, said that she will not resign despite the worsening protests that have left at least 20 people dead and more than 500 demonstrators and security forces wounded. The crisis has only deepened the instability gripping the country, which has seen 6 presidents in as many years. Leo Varadkar, the Irish leader with Indian roots, returned for a second term as Ireland's Prime Minister on Saturday as part of a job-sharing deal made by the country's centrist coalition government. Lawmakers elected Leo Varadkar for the second time as the government partners vowed to defend the centre ground of Irish politics against the nationalists of Sinn Féin. This is the second instance this year when a person of Indian origin has reached such a high international leadership position. Earlier in 2020, Kamala Harris became the first woman vice president of the United States of America. Harris's mother hailed from India while her father was from Jamaica. Prime Minister Narendra Modi took to Twitter on Saturday and congratulated the Indian origin Leo Varadkar on assuming office and talked about the historic ties between India and Ireland. In the tweet, Prime Minister Modi said that he values the historic ties, shared constitutional values, and multifaceted cooperation between India and Ireland.
Subscribe to One India channel and never miss an update.